have you ever experienced like actually seeing a straight up like PR relationship that you know that this shit is like 100% fake?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I cannot say names.
It's a minimum wage job. She feels like she is eligible to date a millionaire.
If you're poor, don't date.
Don't date. Like,
Don't date
Right.
me.
Don't. Right.
welcome back to the Ladies Always Win podcast. I am your host, Miss Ladies Always Win herself, and I am here with not only my normal co-host, Miss DJ Deja. Today we have a special guest, okay, Miss Kristen Ayana.
Hi guys.
Pow, pow, pow. Oh my God, I was trying a little soundboard to like, you know. Okay, but for those of you who don't know, Kristen, first of all, is an A1 day one before we
We go way back.
Before like y'all knew me as Law, before any of the music that you know. In a past life,
We was in the trenches.
the come up.
Grinding.
The come up. But Kristen is also the host of Black Talk Radio,
Yes.
which I actually did an episode with her. So if it's out, go watch it. You know what I mean? If it's not out, it's coming soon. She's also an entertainment journalist and a digital producer. You know what I mean? She be in the entertainment world. Which I feel like she'd be like a really good person to, you know, come on here and talk, because today's episode, okay, is about relationships for likes and basically just the effect that media and social media has on our expectation of love, relationships, you know, all that.
Right.
So just, you know, getting right into it. You being someone, right, that has worked in media, I know that you did like the Nick Cannon show, right? Mm-hmm. So I feel like, what would you say? Okay, let's just go there, right? The Nick Cannon show, the TV stuff that you've done. Mm-hmm. What is like the work environment like there? And like, is it like, do people talk about their relationships as like regular casual talk, or that's something that everyone's like private about, they don't want to speak about? You know what I mean?
So, first I just want to say hi guys again. Thank you so
girl.
much for having me on the podcast.
Of course. Our first official guest, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
More
Period.
guests coming soon.
So I just kind of want to backtrack a little bit just for people who may or may not know me or like what I do. I know you mentioned so my name's Kristen Ayana. I'm the founder and host of Black Talk Radio. We're a media outlet. We're a show. We highlight Black culture, Black news, and Black entertainment. Aside from that, I also work in television, specifically in the daytime space. So 2021, I started and I was working at the Nick Cannon daytime talk show, and I was doing digital content over there. So I'm a digital producer. And then that show got canceled. And currently I'm at the Sherry Shepherd show doing digital content over there. So to answer your question, as far as like, you know, how it is, like, you know, just being in the industry and when it comes to relationships, I would say when I was at Nick, there wasn't people that really talked about their relationships. But being at Sherry now, like, we've had former employees that, you know, were married to each other. And
wow.
And they worked at the same, you know, company for years, and it wasn't a problem.
It wasn't weird. Okay.
Oh, good.
So
Drama free.
I feel like it really depends on the show, maybe, and the type of work environment. But also, what I would say is they're married versus dating is very different, right? Because these people have been married for years. Like, they got kids.
They
and they
it's not
also
even drama.
And for that specific instance, shout out to Suzanne and Brendan. Like, they've been working to, like, how they met each other. They met each other on another talk show.
Oh, wow.
And they were working together at that talk show. They started dating. They got married. And since then, they've worked together on multiple shows. Mm-hmm. So you're looking at people who, you know, have not only been together for years.
They've worked together.
But they've worked together for years. So they know they know how to, you know, keep it professional and things of that nature.
The
so
conduct. Okay.
that has been probably like one of my main experiences. And it's been a good one because it shows, you know.
It's good to see, you know.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I know. At
love
least
that.
in music, I feel like different areas of entertainment are so different, right? Because like what you're saying, where in like daytime television, I feel like you're saying dating and relationships, it's normal. People are open to it. In music, I feel like dating is very like secretive or very PR. You know what I mean? So people are only like, if you have
I
a
definitely
relationship,
feel you on that.
yeah, like it's super like, don't tell anybody. It's gotta be a secret, or we're not even really dating, but let's just put this song on, you know, for
show.
Yeah,
Right,
you know what I mean? For clout
exactly.
and things like that. But I mean, that's the thing too, is like, I feel like that's, I feel like the main problem really does come from like the music side versus the. But I mean, like even like
and it's funny you say that because, like I mentioned, I'm in TV, but I'm also in music.
Yeah, so you see.
So I see both. I see both sides.
What would you say like the dynamic is with that between like?
I personally, I'm not dating anyone in the industry. I'm done.
Oh,
I get it.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, like how do you feel about dating, like dating somebody in your industry? Do you think that
I literally kind of just like low key went through a small situation.
Yeah.
And I felt like maybe if I wasn't like I don't want to date anyone in the industry because I feel like if it doesn't work out, then it puts me in a
awkward space,
a tough situation. And I've had multiple accounts where, you know, like I said, I do have my own platform, and I've interviewed a various amount of music artists, and it's really annoying to me, like when you meet a manager or a dude that is in the industry and like they try to talk to you, because I'm not on that type of time. Like you pull up to my studio,
it's on professionalism.
You gotta separate the
right,
two.
Yeah, you're here for a job. I hate that.
Right, like we meet up, we link, we talk business. It's great, and then I get your Instagram, and then you keep swiping up on my story.
Talk about it. This is
not that type of game.
This is not the time for that, sir. Goodbye. Not here for that.
And then you feel uncomfortable, right?
When it comes back to work.
You feel uncomfortable because it's like, damn, respectfully, I'm obviously going to have to dub this person because that's not the type of time I'm on. But then it's like, damn, am I burning a bridge now? Because, you know.
Right.
Ego, bro. That is the biggest thing I feel like.
People be in their feelings, like.
And there's no different. I feel that because I feel the same way about like dating as far as like in the industry, because obviously like me being like on like the music side, I feel like I definitely don't think I would want to date another artist just because I'm competitive. I want the spotlight. No, get out of here. I'm gonna want to beat you. Like that's just what it is. Like, that's how I am. You know what I mean? But I'm like I'll think like, but even like dating like someone that's like a counterpart to music, like a producer or like a writer, I'm just like. It's like I just feel like my whole like career is like my life, and it's like I want to be with somebody who like I hear about this all day every day because I'm in this. So it's like when I'm talking to you, I almost want it to be like an escape where like maybe you have other, you know what I mean? Like let's say that you're like like you're, I don't know, like a chef or like an athlete or like, I don't know, like, yeah, you have to be passionate about something, you know what I mean? But like a different industry. So it's like, I don't have to come home and hear about what I'm stressed out about. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. But no, that's a good point too, though, about like burning bridges and things like that, because it's a blurry line. I feel like when it comes to that, like,
but then a part of me also doesn't care. Cause I also am like really firm in like what I do and who I am. And I know like if me saying, you know, I'm not interested in you burns a bridge, then it's also like, can I curse?
Yeah.
It's also like, fuck it. Because at the end of the day, what's for me is meant for me.
It's like, what's for you is not going to pass you. I love that saying so much, because it just lets you know that like if something didn't work out, clearly it was not for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like whatever, like that's so true, because I'm like, whatever's meant for you is like, it's going to happen to you. You know what I mean? And if it didn't happen, then like, cool, you got to figure it out. But yeah, no, that's definitely pretty annoying. But I think too, like, so have you ever experienced like being either on the music side, television, like actually seeing a straight up like PR relationship that you know that this shit is like 100% fake?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
I cannot say names.
No. But see, but you just I've been saying this for years, and people are like, that's not true. I'm like, yes,
real.
it is. These people will be
100%
like,
real.
they'll be friends, and then
Selena. Like, come on.
no, they were really dating. Do not come for Jelena. Do not come for Jelena. They were in love. They had an on and off again traumatic relationship that we all went through. If you were there, you know that was real, not them. But whoever you're talking about,
broke her heart.
Like there's publicists that I'm not gonna name names, but you know they'll literally go out their way and like send stuff and say like, "Yo, so and so needs a boyfriend." Like
to you,
and a contract, not to me, because I'm a journalist, so I'm the person that's gonna write about it. But like from PR agencies to other PR agencies, there's contracts done.
Oh, so it's so if one PR agency has a client and the other PR has an agency that has a client, and they think, okay, I think that my client would look really good dating your client. Yeah,
they
set it up.
Yeah.
So then, like, would they come to you, like, in the sense, because I know that I feel like there's different tiers of it. I feel like there's sometimes where it's just narrative, where, like, people are kind of creating their own talk.
Right.
And then there's sometimes where it's full on acting, you feel me? So, like, you as, like, a journalist, do they ever, like, send you stuff that's like, hey, you know, so-and-so and so-and-so are going to be out here. You should write a story about it to create the narrative that they want.
Yeah, I've had situations like that. And
wow.
I mean, I'm not into the gimmicks. Like,
yeah, you want to write like real stuff.
I just had someone on my show last night, and you know, they really enjoyed the interview or whatever, and they were just talking about how it was a good space. Like, I was, you know, one of the best interviews they've done.
I can attest. I've been there. I've been interviewed by her.
Thank you. And something that I was trying to tell them is that I'm very authentic. Like, being in the industry, being a journalist, having your own platform, it's a lot of ways you can make money quick. But to me, a lot of ways that people make money quick, I don't agree with.
It's not sustainable
they're not
either.
Morally,
I know people will pay to get on podcasts and will pay to get on shows. And I specifically, that's not my vibe.
Yeah, you want to do
at the end of the day, and this is something I'm standing on. If you see anybody on my platform on Black Talk Radio, it's because I genuinely like them. I genuinely like their music. I genuinely like their brand. I genuinely like what they're grinding out to do. Like, I'm not, people not paying me and just coming up on my shit to talk. Like, respectfully.
just to
like,
give
there's a certain level you need to be at, and I really need to like you as a creative. And I think, so when I do get stories like that sent to me, I'm not quick to write about it because, again, I'm being authentic.
Yeah, so you don't want to write about anything that's like not real, basically.
Thorough.
See,
Thorough.
wow, that's very interesting. That's very, very interesting. So it's like how deep though, like, would you say, or how like detailed have you seen it get, or you just see it in the sense of like it's more like, hey, this person look good hanging out with this person, or you've seen it to the point where it's like, you know what I mean, like almost like cameras turn off and it's like, yeah, these people are not really together.
I haven't really seen it. I more so like read it or heard it, or it's like
through like your network of people.
Like, I've had PR agencies or people that I know at agencies, you know, literally tell me like, so and so is dating, the contract is up this date, and then when that date comes, you'll see online.
They had a breakup,
broke
split,
up, and blah,
I feel
blah,
like,
blah.
See, this is why I always knew that this shit was fake, because I'm like, y'all are not realizing the timing. How come they always break up and get back together when they're dropping music?
Yeah, like it's all business.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, I'm like there was no way that you're.
What's tea?
Yeah, I'm like, if you're in a real genuine relationship, how are you timing this around your releases?
So I know y'all seen the JT and Uzi thing at BET Awards, right?
Oh,
of
yeah,
course
she
it happened
threw
the day
before the pink.
Days before Pink Tape.
Yeah.
See, do you think they're really dating?
I felt like it was really real though, because I mean, I know me, I might snap.
I feel like they're real though.
Took my seat or
but then again, like, how would you?
It makes sense though. I was like, hold on,
it might be real. It might not.
They don't ever.
It might be all coincidence.
Yeah, that's true. Because what was it? It was she threw the water bottle at him because he mentioned Ice Spice in.
She threw her phone.
Oh, because he did that. Yeah. But my whole thing is that makes me think, okay, this is again, like you said, right before the Pink Tape.
They purposely put Ice Spice next to Uzi.
Yeah, they put Ice Spice right front, right? And number two, I'm like, they have rehearsals for this. He's not just going up on stage freestyling.
Ooh.
I'm like, you're telling me that you guys are dating and he had to rehearse this whole performance however many times beforehand, and you didn't know about this Ice Spice line?
Good point, but who's to say? Maybe he went out there and freestyle.
Maybe he got up. Yeah, maybe he literally saw Ice Spice like right there, like then and there, and was like, "Oh snap!" I don't even know like what it looked like what he really said. But yeah, maybe he like just saw her and was like a spur of the moment thing.
I don't know. But I heard Ice Spice is a power plant.
But an industry plant?
Yeah.
I don't think so. She's from the Bronx.
It's not that she's an industry plant with like a lot. So you know how many DMs I get about that? Oddly enough,
she got her shit.
Yes, people ask me about. They're like, "Do you think Ice Spice is an industry plant?" I'm like, "Why are you asking me about this?" But okay.
Yeah, not an industry plant, but like
she's
got a lot of
marketing.
Yeah, she has a lot of.
If you look into her
team that are like
that are very well connected, that it's like it's just the maths. Like if you really like look into her whole like team and everything like that, it's just like she works with some of the most powerful people in the industry.
Yeah.
That it's just like all they gotta do, they just pick up their phones, and then stuff is happening for this girl.
Bro,
You know
I
what
was
mean?
in ShopRite and Boys a Liar came on. I was like,
The boys are liar.
oh my gosh. I'm like, yo, times has really
But
changed. I love it.
I know, right? Yo, you're not lying because
I
it's
took my AirPod
ShopRite.
out. I'm like, hold on, what the fuck?
ShopRite
You
is
know?
in tune. Don't
Yes.
play with
They
them.
used to play the most whack ass music at ShopRite, bro. Damn, I don't even go grocery shopping.
That's
I be
crazy.
Instacarting.
I was cracking up.
No, yeah, okay, but so would you say like, what do you think that the effect that like television, let's say like reality TV or anything like that, has on people's perception of like relationships? So like, you know how they have like, you know, like couple, like, you know, like let's say who is a couple show, Blueface and what's her face?
Oh my god, Blueface, Krishan.
Let's
yeah.
use another example.
No, let's do. Remember Black China and Rob?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I used to
like,
watch that.
So
Robin
do you think
China,
that
like,
in television, like
she know
that
how to get to the fucking bag. I'm gonna say that. She ain't love that man.
see?
But she got a Kardashian baby. I gotta give it to her.
Planned.
She pulled that shit off.
But like,
Then went to court, but you know what I'm saying.
she-
She in the family now. Like that's crazy.
she did what she had to do. She
Poor
gonna get-
Rob. He didn't deserve that.
I'm
Lord
dead.
have mercy.
I know, but okay, even like the Kardashians, right? I feel like television, like, do you think television or music has more of an influence on the way that people see relationships?
I feel like social media.
Right, just in general.
Like, I don't know if it's television or music. Maybe music and TV, but I feel like the big thing is like social media. Like, because no matter what, like, you have certain people that, you know, aren't really into television and are for our
generation. Yeah, they're just on
but
social media.
no matter what, people are always online. And I
Yeah.
think, you know,
The memes.
your perception of reality gets morphed because you're seeing like influencers dating whoever. You're watching these YouTube couples,
Right, that's a big thing.
and you tend to maybe want that.
You know what I think the worst of all of it is, and I think that it was even like the start of like the just warpedness of like relationships online, is like the sugar babies. I don't know if you guys remember like a couple years ago, there was a sugar baby
sugarbaby.com.
surge that these girls would get online
Yeah.
and you would see them dating these rich ass guys. And it's like they would give off the perception like it's not straight up prostitution. Like, and they'd be like, "Oh no, like look at he just sent me money.
You
He
just
just
gotta call him and talk on the phone for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
you just
girl.
gotta, I just gotta call
like,
him. I text
okay.
him. And I'm like, bro, that's so, like, come on. So you got these girls out here, you know, acting like, oh, you have these celebrity couples who are acting like they're the happiest couples in the world when they don't even like each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
it's like, and on top of that, too, like, social media is, like, obviously it's a highlight reel, but it's also, like, a big-ass competition, right? Everyone's putting their best foot forward. So it's like, then you have people who are, like, you know, you'll see, someone gave Sweetie a car, right? Who was it? One of the Migos.
Quavo.
Yeah, Quavo
Quavo.
took it back. Took that
Quavo
shit
fine.
back. Wild. But it's like when you're online and you're seeing girls get fucking cars, full on cars as a gift, and then your boyfriend who works at like ShopRite or something
But I
can't get you a car. You know what I
just
mean?
a
It's like
lifestyle. Yeah, they
it's
be
a
flashing a lifestyle.
I mean, I
but-
do feel like I know like Twitter loves to have the same conversations every 3 weeks about who should pay the rent, about who should pay on dates.
oh Lord,
And I
there's
feel like
a big
everybody-
line.
Relationship is
that.
different.
Everybody got to
Everybody's-
do what works for them
Yes.
at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's the thing too, is like I feel like social media, because certain things are pushed in your face, especially with like relationships, like you said, as far as like who should pay for what and 50-50 or not, it's like I don't think people even get the chance to like form their own opinion about it, because it's like they'll just see girls saying you should never pay for and even if you feel like that's fine, because that's in your face, you're like, well, damn, like maybe I shouldn't be paying for dates. And then all of a sudden you got this girl who's like on her boyfriend now, who the whole time they were fine, but until she saw so and so
Yeah,
online,
Oh, shit, what
right?
changed?
Yeah, and then the homie,
Started listening to some city girl.
yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, oh,
I mean, what are y'all thoughts on like paying for dates and stuff?
okay. Someone came for me, bro, in the YouTube comments, which, sir, I'm coming for you again. I'm coming for you. They like to troll on YouTube. But anyway, yeah, I forgot what I had said, but someone was basically, like, one of these guys was saying that about how, like, oh, like, why would a guy pay? And I was like, I think that if you are asking me on a date,
you should,
Right.
you
pay.
should pay.
Like, same
It was your idea.
Yeah, it was your idea. You wanted to do it. Again, my whole thing was, I was like, bro, I will always have the money. I'm always going to bring my own money because I'm not going to be left out there. But I feel like if you ask me to do it, you should pay. And not have nothing to do with like gender, nothing to do with that. It's just the simple logic of.
Right. Whoever asks is about the date should pay.
Like
period. Whoever's planning it is the payer.
You're taking me out.
No, yeah. I think that if you're asking, you should have to pay for the date. But then I feel like, I think we talked about this in another episode about how, like, whatever your, like, status is while you're dating, it has to be established because, like, that's kind of, it's going to continue into, like, your long-term relationship, into your marriage.
If you're poor, don't date.
Don't date. Like,
don't date me.
Don't date.
She said you can date, but
thank you.
I also feel like I don't care what anyone says.
Get your shit right.
Tax brackets and dating matters. I'm sorry, like
talk about it.
Like
talk about it because it's lifestyle.
Yes.
That's really what it is. It has nothing to do with like, oh, I make more money than you, I'm better than you. It's just if I make this much money, I have this lifestyle. If you make this much money, you have this lifestyle.
Right.
The odds are we have nothing in common. We have nothing to talk about.
And even if you make a little bit less than me, that's cool. But again, we got to be on the same
type of time. No, yeah, because a lot of it up to like as far as like making the same amount of money as somebody. I feel like it has to do with your mindset more than anything.
That's
you know what I mean? It's like cool, like we're in the same tax bracket or like, you know, we have the same lifestyle, but it's like odds are if I have this much money and you have this much money, our spending habits are different. What we value is probably different, right? Because I'm putting my money in different places than you because that's why we're just in two different financial places. But I feel like when you say that, people get mad. But the other thing too is I feel like girls are kind of taught to like date somebody rich and they're like taught to be taken care of, you feel me? So if a girl doesn't make a lot of money, like say a girl works a minimum wage job, she feels like she is eligible to date a millionaire. And I don't know if I agree with that. Like, yeah, because I'm like,
you gotta have your own shit.
Yeah, like my whole premise and what I like to teach women, you know what I mean? I'm like, first of all, cool, like date somebody that you like first and foremost. But it's like, I feel like you, like, your beauty and your look should not be the only thing that is qualifying you to date somebody. So it's like if you are, you know, right here and you want to date somebody up here, I think that you don't have to have necessarily just money to bring to the table. Like, are you intellectually on the same level? Because, you know, some people are super smart and they can hang out with the, you know, highest people of the highest people, but it's just like that's not, you know, their circumstances in their life just didn't allow them to get to that point. You know what I mean? So I'm just, I feel like as long as you have like, you're able to conversate with that person, just bring other things to the table. That's not just you look pretty. You know what I mean? And my other thing too is I'm like, I feel like my rule of thumb when it comes to like, I guess like accepting money or anything from a guy is I'm not going to accept anything from you that I could not buy myself. So it's like if you bought me something nice, I have to make sure, could I buy this for myself? Because I just feel like the second that you start buying me things that I could never afford on my own, there's a certain level of like dependency there that I wouldn't want.
I agree. I also do feel like too, sometimes it don't even be about the money. It be about the mindset. Like if I'm at a certain level and you're a little bit below me, for example, okay, and you're just content with that though, is my problem.
Exactly.
That's my problem.
That's the biggest thing, yeah.
Like try.
No, yeah.
Like, you know, try to level up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing too.
Because that only bring you down. Like,
yeah. I know, yeah. And that's the thing too about like people like, you know, oh, I have to date someone who's rich. I'm like, you don't have to necessarily like, I think the older I'm getting, I kind of am feeling like, maybe I should be dating people that are more like financially in a certain place. But I feel like my main mindset is like, I just like, what is your mentality? So like, cool, let's say you don't have a lot of money right now, but are you working towards something? Are you grinding? Are you hustling? I can get down with that. You know what I mean? Like you have a vision, but it's like if you're just broke and you have nowhere that you're trying to go in your life.
No aspiration. Yeah.
Next caller.
It's maturity, you know? It's like maturity.
No, that's good, bit, period.
Okay.
But okay, so boom. How do we feel, right, talking about relationships and social media, how do we feel about posting relationships online?
Unless we get married, you're not going on my page.
You're one of those no face, no case, no ring, no face.
I just feel like, boom, I never post anyone on my grid. Like Instagram grid.
You can get a little story post.
Yeah.
A forever grid. Ooh.
You could probably get like a story. I mean,
with their face?
But I feel, yeah.
All
right, cool. But I feel like too, like I say this, but you know, when you love someone or you in love, you do different shit. But I really don't think it's that deep because like if I felt like I really wanted to post someone on my page, I would. And if shit doesn't work out, then I just fucking delete it.
You delete it, yeah. But I think that, some people feel
it's not that deep.
Yeah, like you have to, and if you don't, it means like you don't love me and you don't care about me. Like, I'm a super private person. I'm like, I don't, you know what I mean? Because I don't want people like in my business, my vibe. Yeah. So I'm just like, I never really like got behind that ideology because I was like, right. Again, like your social, like why is it for that? You know what I mean? Like, because some people too, like they literally want to flex their relationship. It's not even like they love this person. It's just like, let's say a girl is like insecure. She was insecure her whole life. She glowed up and now she's a hot ass guy. She really wants to prove, mainly to herself, but like her friends, hey, look, I got this hot guy, or hey, look, you know, my boyfriend bought me all this stuff. Like some girls, like I've heard things where like they'll be mad that their boyfriend's not buying them stuff because like they just want to post it. It's not like they want the shits, you know, because again, like it's all competition. And like they want to make it seem like they're in a different kind of relationship than they're really in. So I feel like posting in relationships is like, it gets so like wishy-washy, and then people think that they're cheating if they're not posting you.
I feel like post like because you want to, like, you love your partner and you want to share that with the world.
Exactly. That's really that's what it comes down to.
Yeah. Anything else?
It's forced.
The reason is no.
Yeah. All I know is like from my past experiences, if you gonna post a nigga, just be prepared. Just be prepared.
What do you mean for what?
Like your reputation. Like say y'all fall
out.
Vet
that man, bro. Vet that man.
You know what I'm saying? Like y'all fall out. People gonna keep asking you what happened to you and such and such. Like just be ready for that.
That's honestly, yeah. That's why I feel like I would never want it to be like, oh, like me and this person, like, because I think the thing is like once you like put it out there that you and a person are together, like people will see you as an entity. So then like you got to deal with or like if, and it's like, it's just like annoying. People like put their weird expectations on you. You know what I mean? Like of like you and this person, and it's like.
I also feel like my page is not for that though.
As a working woman, that's how I feel though. Yeah, I'm like, bro, like I remember like one of my boyfriends, bro, like when I first started getting into music, was like so pressed that I would not post him. And it was so weird because I was like, the only thing on my page right now is me in the studio. Like, it's literally music posts.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, where do you fit into this?
Your brand.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I'm like, sir, you can pipe down over there because we not doing that. We not doing that. But yeah, what a time. I think that if you're going to have a relationship, just have it for yourself. Do it for you. Don't do it for your friends. Don't do it to post. Don't do it, you know, because people are telling you online that if you're not dating by this age, or that's another thing too, is like the life expectations of like what age you should be. Because again, like if you're a certain age and you see everybody else buying a house and having kids and you're still single, it makes it has like this pressure like I need to be. But it's like everybody has their own path. Everybody has their own journey. I don't think that there's like one particular way of like how to live your life or how to have a relationship.
We all have our own blessings, you know. Everybody's timing is different. Everybody's different, you know.
Yeah, so just do what you want to do. But Kristen, you got anything else to say that you want to share with the people about any of the topics that we said, anything that you got going on, where the people can find you?
Any advice?
Yeah.
What I will say is really like it's God's timing. Like for dating, for career, for life. It's God's timing, and I'm really like in a season of listening to God, and I feel like you have to be obedient, and once you kind of like surrender yourself and realize, okay, like I want all these plans for myself, but you know God has plans for me too, and once you become aware of that and you just move with that, I feel like life becomes a little bit easier.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because then you don't have the stress on yourself to make things happen. You know what I mean? Because then you realize, you know what, things are going to happen when they're supposed to happen, and everything is not. You can only do what you can do, and then you have to let God do the rest. I don't think, you know, people have to do the work.
Yeah, he'll guide you.
Yeah, you do the work, and then you let God do the rest, and then, you know, timing, things like that. It's like whatever's not in your control is in his control, and it's like you got to just let that do what it do, because God going to do what he do.
Period.
Give you the little sprinkle.
Y'all can find me. Yes, blessed and highly favored. Y'all can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, at Kristen, Kristen, Ayana, Ayanah, and then Black Talk Radio on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, all that.
All the places. I'm going to have all her links too in the show notes and the description box on YouTube. So definitely make sure that you guys follow her. We love her.
Yes.
We're gonna make
Thank you guys for having me.
Yes, I hope that you guys got some insight about this. And yeah, let us know if you guys know any people in Jersey, you know, who we should have on the podcast next.
Who's next? Jump in. Let's go.
Jump rope. Y'all remember that? Jump in. Oh my God. Okay.